welcome back to Monarch High School's Guitar Vodcast. I'm your host, Mr. Harrison. Last episode we talked about the parts of the guitar, from the body of the guitar and then up to the headstock of the guitar and even inside with the truss rod. This episode we're going to talk about how to properly hold the guitar so we can actually get started playing. Alright, we're going to begin by talking about our posture. Very quickly, alright, you want to be sitting up straight. Alright, you don't want to be stiff, you just want to be nice and relaxed, but very upright. Then, you're going to take your guitar with the bend right here on your right thigh. You want to be sure that your guitar is vertical, just as your body is. Alright, if the guitar tends to lean this way, so you can look at strings, which we'll talk about you shouldn't do. Alright, you want to make sure it stays vertical and doesn't slant this way, because it's going to make it harder for when you begin to play. So you have your guitar vertical, your body's vertical, nice and relaxed. Take your guitar, smack right up against your body. Alright? Now let's talk just very quickly about how to hold our pick. Alright? Most of us, I'm sure, are going to use picks. Some people just use finger picking, but we're going to be using picks. Alright? You want to take the pick and hold it perpendicular to your thumb like this. Once you're holding your pick properly, you want to take your right arm and at the elbow stick it on the top back side of the guitar. So now it's nice and relaxed, hanging down right here. Then take the palm of your hand and place it, not set or glued to the back side of the bridge, but have it around the general area of the back side of the bridge. Alright, this will help later for when we do strumming. Now your left hand, let's talk about your fingers for just a second. Alright, each finger, when you're reading the music, and we'll go over later, is assigned a number. Pointer finger is number 1, middle finger is number 2, your ring finger is number 3, and your pinky finger is number 4. Right? And these will be assigned later when we talk about how to read music and reading the guitar charts. Right? Now when we're forming a chord, or when we're playing what I like to call single note melodies, where you're playing just one note at a time, right? Your thumb will be on the back side of the guitar, typically about the middle side, back side of the neck. Right? And your right hand, actually take your wrist, push it out, so where your fingers are going to be curled and the top of your fingers are going to hit the strings. Like for example, here's single note melody playing. Alright, my wrist was out, fingers were curled, and it came out with a nice clear sound. Now here's for a chord, same thing. Alright, wrist was out, and the reason why we push the wrist out is not to hurt you, but what it does is you're using your wrist as leverage to curl your fingers and help apply direct pressure directly down on top of the strings. Alright, it clears them from the strings so you're not getting the muffled sound, and helps apply this pressure to the strings so your fingers aren't doing all the work. Alright, quick review of everything. Sitting up straight, not too stiff. Same thing with the guitar on your right knee. Sitting up straight, smack up against your body. Pick perpendicular to your thumb. The right arm over the top back side of the guitar. Alright, your wrist around the area of the bridge, the back side of the bridge. Your left hand, number 1 is your pointer finger, middle finger number 2, ring finger number 3, and pinky finger number 4. The thumb, of course, doesn't count. It's on the back side of the guitar. Right? And as we play, we keep our wrist out. So it'll curl up your fingers, get them off the strings so it won't have that muffled sound, like that. And it gives me a nice, clear sound. And it helps helps relieve the fingers from doing all the work. And that's the basic setup you'll need to properly hold and play the guitar. Next episode, we're going to begin with the basic music theory from the staff, the clef, the note names, note values, everything you're going to need to read music and actually apply it to the guitar. So we actually begin playing and making music. Or as my uncle calls it from South Alabama, we're going to do a little picking and grinning. So this is Mr. Harrison from Monarch High School. I hope to see you again.